Welcome to my first ever podcast. Welcome, guys. If you guys don't know me, I am Maddie X Lee. This is my channel, and I am starting a podcast. This is super bizarre to me. Hold up. It's really bright in my room, and I'm obviously filming this podcast sitting on my bed currently. So, welcome to my podcast. This is so insane and so surreal. So I wanted to start something kind of cool, kind of new in 2022. It is a couple days after 2022, but I've been thinking about, obviously, talking to you guys as a podcast form, if that even makes any somewhat of a sense. But Happy New Year. It's January 4th, and let's just talk about New Year's resolutions to start off this first episode of my podcast that I don't have a name yet. I don't have a name for my podcast yet, but you guys will find out eventually, probably when this is posted, of what my podcast name is. I know, kind of lame that I don't have a podcast name yet, and I already have one episode of my podcast. But you know what? We're trying here. 2022 is going to be a lot better than 2021. We always say that. Let me tell you. Every time it's the new year, we're like, okay, 2020 is going to be better than 2021. 2021 is going to be better than 20. That was backwards. I'm sorry. 2021 is going to be better than 2020, and so forth. And it could be true, and it could be not be true. But honestly, you have to think positive about it, because I don't know, if you put that mindset on day one, like January 1st of the new year, it's gonna suck. I'm sorry to tell you, like, if you go into the new year with that negativity, it's gonna suck ass. So you need to like slowly make your way to accomplish all your goals in 2022 or whatever the new year is. You could be listening to this any new year, but let's talk about 2022, obviously, because it is 2022 and a lot has happened in the past 2 years, like with COVID, with just basically COVID. Let's be honest. COVID really sucks. And it's changing a lot. Like, a lot of schools are going back online or shutting down, which really sucks and drains everyone. Like, these high schoolers, these young kids that are trying to get an education, they can't because they're moving online and learning from their bed. And a lot of these people haven't even gotten the real high school experience or even learning. So it just kind of sucks with this whole COVID thing. But let's turn the track around a little bit and let's talk about our New Year's resolutions. So everyone starts off the new year with a resolution. Maybe not everyone, but yes, I'm one of those bitches that have a New Year's resolution. And listen, New Year's resolutions are cool. And they're important. And I want to talk about how it's never too late to start your New Year's resolution. Yeah, it's 4 days after, and I started my New Year's resolution yesterday. Well, technically today. But let's talk about that. So my New Year's resolution is to drink more water. I don't drink enough water at all, which I know is an issue because it's really important to drink water, obviously. But I didn't even bring my water to the gym when I went to the gym. Like, what in the world? But listen, I went and got a new water bottle. It's a baby blue Hydro Flask. Let me tell you, it's so cute. But I got a water bottle, and I got a cute one to help motivate me, to drink more water, bring it to the gym, bring it anywhere I go so I can just drink more water because it's important. And also, a lot of people are like, hey, like, it's already 4 days past, like, you can't do your New Year's resolution. A New Year's resolution is like a goal for the new year. It doesn't mean you have to do it every day. It's probably not healthy to do some of that stuff every day. Like, working out every day. Yes, I work out every day. That was my New Year's resolution 2 years ago, and I still continue with it. But you have your days off. If you go on vacation and you have a couple days like, let's say you're going to Florida for 4 days. Are you going to really work out, like, hardcore workout like you normally do? No. You might go on a walk or two on the beach, which sounds so amazing, and I want to go to Florida and do that. But, like, you're not going to, it's okay to give yourself a break. And you have to tell yourself that. Like, it's so funny because, like, I can talk to you guys and tell you guys to, like, give your body a break, but, like, I need to listen to my own advice and give my body a break, because it is okay to give yourself a break. And we don't listen to ourselves with that, but, like, we should, because it's not healthy to keep your body working constantly. And giving yourself, like, a break is okay. And you have to tell yourself that it's okay to lay in your bed and watch TV. It's okay to just watch YouTube for 3 hours straight. It's okay to do that sometimes, because if your body, like, if you're like me and you're moving constantly and you have a list, which is how I am, it's okay to give yourself a break. You deserve it. And in the beginning of the year, everyone's so hard on themselves to start their New Year's resolution and to, like, really pressure themselves into doing it. And they're like, oh, I have to do this. No, you don't have to. You want to, but you need to, how do I word this? You need to, like, want to do it. And I just noticed I'm sitting in my bed and I look over and my boyfriend left his hat here last night, and I literally slept with his hat on my Squishmallow. That is so funny to me. I'm sorry. I'm looking over at my Squishmallows right now, and I look over and I was like, what is on my Squishmallow? It's literally a hat. It's my boyfriend's hat, and he left it here, and I just realized it. Anyways, that is so bizarre. I fell asleep and the hat was just sitting there and it didn't even move at all. That's so crazy. Anyways, I'm getting so sidetracked and I don't even know what I was talking about. I know I was talking about New Year's resolutions, which is basically what this podcast is about today, this episode. But that's basically all I have to say because I lost my train of thought. That's the one thing about me starting a podcast is it might be all over the place, but you know what? That's the fun of it. I don't know. Maybe I should name my podcast something like that because I need help with names. You guys should try to help me with names for podcasts because I have no idea what to name my podcast. Like, I don't know. I want something fun. I want something cool. This podcast is all about just talking. If you don't have a friend to talk to me. I'm here. I just want to chat, talk to you guys. I'm literally sitting in my room by myself with no friends, just talking to a microphone. Like, how bizarre and crazy does that sound? I know, it sounds pretty crazy. And plus, like, my podcast is going to be super raw. So there's going to be no editing. It's just going to be me talking. And then I'm going to post it. There's no sense of editing it when it's, like, you know, that's so boring. That's so boring. You want the fun of it, of, like, raw mistakes. Because that's okay if you mess up. You're literally just talking to a mic, talking about life, you know? All right, let's see what the next topic is for this episode. So we talked about our New Year's resolution. And let's talk about our biggest goal in 2022. Because yeah, we have our New Year's resolutions, but we have some goals that, like, we want to accomplish. And one of my biggest goals is to be more confident. And that sounds so cheesy, but I want to be more confident in not just myself, but just, like, in life. You know, like, talking to someone, I want to be confident talking to someone, like having a conversation with another human, because I tend to get, like, nervous talking to people. Now, listen, sorry, I have to move my mic around a little bit. A lot of people are like, Madison, you're so talkative. How do you get nervous? How are you not confident? I am not confident. If I just say words, like, I literally say words and then I'm like, oh, was I supposed to say that out loud? Like, I don't know if that sounded correctly or, like, if I just sound so annoying. I don't know. Like, I always am, like, not confident about what I say to people. Like, when you listen, let's talk about this. you have a conversation with someone you meet. So you're with a group of friends, you meet new people, and you start talking to them. And then in my head, I'm like, oh my God, do I sound stupid right now? You know what I mean? Like, then I get not confident about like what I'm saying, what I'm talking. Like, I don't know. I second guess myself. I overthink. I'm a big overthinker, guys. I don't know how to fix it. I'm working on it. That's another goal. I want to not overthink and stress out about the little things. It's so dumb to stress out about things. Like, what? Why are you stressing out? You know? So, I mean, I don't know. The whole stressing out thing, like, I don't understand. Like, why are you stressing out? Like, you can solve your issue when it comes. But there's no need to stress out about it beforehand because you don't even know how bad it's going to be, you know? So, I don't know. A big goal of mine is to be more confident because I'm not confident in what I look like, what I approach myself as, but like I'm working on it. And that's my big goal in 2022 is to be more confident in myself, just when I talk to people, when I'm approaching, I just want to be more confident. And that's a big goal of mine. Another big goal of mine is to travel. And that was a big goal of mine in 2021. And I kind of accomplished it. And that was super cool because I went to so many different places. I went to Colorado 3 times. And I went to Colorado because I had to obviously get surgery. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with my YouTube channel or if you're new here and just listening to my podcast on my YouTube channel. But I got hip surgery in July. And I might have to do a whole podcast episode talking about that because that was a huge toll on my 2021 and took a huge toll on my mental and physical health. But that is a whole nother 15-minute story I'll have to talk about. But I went to Colorado. I spontaneously went to California and New York to visit my internet friends. So that was super cool. I went to Florida to see my grandparents in May. That was so fun. I went up north a couple times. I traveled around a lot, and traveling makes me the happiest I ever can be. I don't know what it is. Like, getting on a plane by yourself and feeling so independent is amazing. Like, I love it so much. And I just went to California, traveled by myself, and it was so fun. So fun. I also will have to do a whole podcast episode on my California trip because it was an amazing trip and it was very like life-changing. I don't know. A lot of these trips can be so life-changing to you and you don't realize it going into your trip. You know what I mean? All right, guys. So sad to say, this is the end of my episode, and a lot of my podcast episodes are going to be super short. They're not going to be an hour long because I honestly talk super fast. So hopefully you can even understand me. I'm sorry, but I'm also like super nervous about posting this and super nervous about like, I don't know, I have to obviously listen to myself and talk back, and I don't even know how to like explain this, but I'm super excited about this because I really been wanting to do this whole podcast thing for a while now, and I'm super nervous. Like, if you can't tell, I'm talking super fast. So hopefully once I like start posting on my podcast, like start recording more often, I won't get as nervous, but I'm pretty sure you guys can tell in my voice I'm shaking a little bit and I'm a little nervous about this whole thing, but we'll see where it takes me. 2022, do something new, do something big, because that's what I'm doing. I'm starting a whole podcast series on my YouTube channel, and that is super, super big to me. So I'm super excited about it. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next episode. Maddie's out.